It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the curve. Check 43. Swing.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a play fake. Lance on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play action. It's Fields. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Blue 32, 10 cycle.
Switch. 36. Hey, switch gears.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Is in. Touchdown 49ers. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Fields. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And take it right on the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. On play action, Lance out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Fields on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Drake Jackson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken right around the 44. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Red.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. I got him. Watch the edge.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Check. Watch twins.
Here's Lance. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And they'll go for it. Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and a couple.
You got nothing. Let's go alpha right here.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Fields escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking. It's still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Fields. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Here we go. 222.
On first down, Fields. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10. Now Fields. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. First and 10 right at the 20. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So from the 17, here's second and 7. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready. Yellow. 43.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Go. Go.
Plastic. Stick.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Ready.
On second down, here's Lance. Able to find Gray here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. 3rd down and 13.
Edo blue.
51, Mike 51. Here we go. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Stick. Mega.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Tack.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. The Lance going to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ultra. Ready, go.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. They not ready.
43 rail.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Go.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 9.
10 black. Queen Jack.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Lance now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On first down, it's Fields. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Off play action, Fields. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out?
or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction.
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Lance. He'll get this to Eckler. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Once more, here's Eckler. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now Lance throwing on second down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, baby. All day, all day.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Here comes second down. Back to throw. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
57 mark. 57 mark. It's going to be a long walk. It's going to be a long. Hey, going up. We're going up right here. Up.
All eyes on Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And one last throw here for Fields. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, tryna be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face brain. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is 10 gamers. Bit insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights. Hop straight off the plane and through the back to off the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like,
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it run it run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted. Want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back. Run it back, and run it back. Run it, ooh, run it back. Run it back, run it back. Run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another van. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not Bobby act.
Yeah.
And run it back, as you see how I act. Nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that. Told her might be right back. Oh yes, like that. I told her might be right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Double that.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with his fire tag. Punch the gas, run into the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Fix my cheek real quick.
Baby, go. Yeah. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. After where it get hectic, don't make me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text it. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like border chain. That's competitive. Me make it rain in your hood, like I weather the streets. My label, we good, I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done caught me a deal and I got off the block. To the hate and put that on the watch. Had the ice on my neck, cause shorty on hot. There's some rappers that want me to flop. I don't care about no dissing, cause none of them pop. And I'm shooting my stars off a pop. They be all on my DM, like when you gon' drop. Look, it get boring, just me at the top. It get boring, just me at the top. I be shaking their hearts every time that I drop. Like when I walk in the spot, it says, you won't be in this if you don't make it hot like her. New deal, AP, I done signed up with Def Jam. Jay-Z, got the in my left hand. Play me every time that I step them. Hate me like what? Play with the gang and you play with your life. With a bet in your head, it don't matter the price. Put on their neck, so I got me some ice. If I'm dissing you once, I ain't saying it twice. Said I got time today, I done stepped in the field, I got time to play. And my exes are up there, time to wait. Blocking, I said I need time away. Like, what you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood, like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't make me slide up on you, no electric. Blocking, hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text and listen.
AOD channel.
AYB, let pipe them up, bro.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
I ain't take no losses in a minute. Scored touchdowns through the critic. Came a long way from the trenches. Still be making plays in the trenches. I'm from New Orleans. I'm a saint with a demon in my head. Yeah, I told him chill. Lil' bro still spinning like a fan. Lord on my mama. He been playing like this since he was in college. So fast like a rocket. Part of the reason they can't stop him. You don't know how I feel. Come from nothing, turn up quick. You don't know how I feel. Turn them losses into a win. Yeah, treat the beat like 4 down. Going for the dub. I ain't playing with them. QB to the RB. Big 4 9 serving hand to hand. Real name Jamal Chase. He the newest goal with the people saying. I'm still in the field. Ain't calling plays. Bill Belichick.
Yeah, where the ops, I ain't ducking smoke. Kick it off, know we tryna scope. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I send him home. Hail Mary, I send him long. Another touchdown, hit the gritty on him. Gotta pull in they camera phone. H-time, throw the city up. I'm finna pick the play off like it's Xavier. When it's pressure, can't get out the pocket. Got the cannon on me, I feel like Brady. Chasing at the Lamborghini, we just barely get started. Ay, catch a play, I'm like Megatron. You don't know nobody that can guard me. You don't know nobody.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
What's the point of having if you ain't gon' use? She watch my games and play my music. I'm stuck in the game, I pray on lose. These chains on my neck keep giving me bruise. They don't want these problems cause we ain't lose. I'm calling the plays, just gotta keep moving. Only option is win cause we ain't lose. Get a name in this game, you gotta be proof. All I know is loyalty for my team is what I stand on. It's simple, I turn the corner when got a sack and put my man on. Like magic, everything gon' turn to gold, I put my hands on. Just bought another lot next to my crib for me to expand on.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
It's that ground breaking. When I pull up, leave the ground shaking. Guess they ain't think I was gonna blow, they be like, how I make it. Talking like they finna stop something, it's go time, let's line it up. I've been ready to mop something the whole time, my stomach growling. I ain't gon' pick up for no 100,000. I need a Billy tryna go and buy the public housing. Yeah, cut that stove on, my name hot like fajita play. I don't need a break. Told my partner crank that to the meter
Like
break.
Mr. P, who want it? No limit, who run it? Dreadhead, cool runners. GMF, good money. New whip, 200. Soldiers with me, 300. If it ain't about the money, please don't count on me coming. No, they don't want no problems. These problems gon' be problematic. Don't want no smoke or no static. I don't do no dramatics. Them boys faker than plastic. I tell them jump in the bag, cause I've been in my bag. Speeding off in the Jag, yeah.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L.
tryna stand up. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you, I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me, I have to tell her it's not that. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say, set pace. Used to kick boot on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Rips in the denim, that's classic. These beats get wrapped like Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you, I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. It's my time, not no Paddock Philippe. They was yapping, I don't hear a peep. Yeah, I step through that spot, I don't creep. Yeah, we ain't on none of that. Can't call it lucky, I give it my all every day of the week. You know what I'm on. I see a crowd at the bottom, and with that I climb to the peak. Don't ride no red, but they know what I'm on, they address me as chief. I be tripping waters like a reef, slid off with the bag, but I ain't no thief. It's a sweet, they ain't even have a chance. I've been locked on that cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses like Lance. You go tell your mans. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Get that boy out of there.
It's a sweep, do my dance, Mr. Clean. Game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the dream. Paper chasing, I just made it my thing. Got the bag, I just need me a ring. GMF, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Air Force Ones got me walking like POTUS. God's child, so I know that I'm chosen. Drake with me, man, I feel like DeRozan. Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen.
It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
It's bag season, I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you could tell I'm a winner. I'm a walking bucket like that boy out in dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rental. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental.
It's a sweep.
Wait, it's a sweep. Yeah. Wait, acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. Hey, we ain't playing no games. We playing for keeps.
Yes, sir. It's a sweep. We the midweek. I tend to smile VVS on my teeth. Money made rather I'll never be beat. Got rid of Bronco, got SOTG. Deep in that jungle, came out with a meat. Got a tread like got 2K on my feet. Slide with the bros, I don't care what you think. 17 flash gonna go in a blink. Hey, hey. Wrist got no thirsty like what do you drink? Last of the real, yeah, my kind be extinct. Bad little G used to drink from the sink. Whoa, whoa. No TLC, I'm too lit, we can't creep. Flight to Miami, I stay with that heat. Hopped on the jet, cause it's a
sweep. Wait, it's a sweep. Yeah. Wait, acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. Wait, it's a sweep. Yeah. Wait, acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move it scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way, richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You got a love. Maybach, lay back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK used to live there. Basketball on the tier used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why these talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it's time. Better believe we gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's up like that. If it's up like that, it's up like that.
Sometimes my feelings are blind. Sometimes I can't even give it a try. Sometimes I keep it inside, but still I cry. Still I cry.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without up. Need someone to hype me up. 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 Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I got game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up? I got game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up?
Diego. I'm with the cash like Diego. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep them blinded. Ain't met her, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Fell in love with the fettuccine, they both dead, can't talk twice. Now they pray on my downfall. Everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off, what? Rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters.
I see beyond. You get no response. I'm a rock star. I'm a got time. I'm a rock star. I'm a got time. I'm a rock star. I'm a got time. I'm a rock star. I'm a got time.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to rough. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. And birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. She on the class tryna get a nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't tryna let her down, but I'm not. If you was tryna settle down, get a fat song. Pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up, she one of them. She pay a bill, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023 and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I drop with the whole world spin. Rock when I do like this. It's the big black door.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond in the rough. Hey.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Michael with the gloves. Only one mobbing with designers in the thugs. When we shop at Rick on, bring a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Cut my lines fresher than Tory Lane's pop. Who got his swerve and is missing every raindrop. Hit him with the then they get their brain swap. Walk around like I'm nigga with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these I got diamonds in my socks. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm